Long ago, there was a beautiful kingdom surrounded by mountains and forests. Its name was Noristan. The most special thing about this kingdom was that everyone lived together with love, peace, and honesty. The king of Noristan, King Fahim, and Queen Merho were blessed with a very beautiful daughter. Her hair was bright, golden, and shining like the sun. Because of this, everyone lovingly named her the Gold Hair Princess. The Gold Hair Princess was not only beautiful, but she also had a very kind heart. She always helped others, loved animals, and often told stories to little children. The whole palace adored her deeply. One day, while walking in the palace garden, the princess saw a small deer trembling. Its leg was injured. The princess immediately took off her cloak, wrapped it gently around the deer, and took it to the palace healer. The healer applied medicine, and soon the deer became calm and comfortable. The deer looked at the princess with its big eyes, as if thanking her. The princess smiled and said, "I didn't do anything special. Helping others is the most beautiful act." Some of the palace maids watched this scene. They whispered to each other that the princess truly deserved to be a queen one day. Her heart was as golden as her hair. A few days later, the king announced that the princess had turned 12 and could now learn from the world outside the palace. The princess was very happy. She always loved nature, flowers, birds, forests. One morning, she went out to explore the dense forest with her guards. While enjoying the beauty of the trees, she suddenly heard someone crying. She hurried toward the sound and found a small boy sobbing. He was lost. The princess asked gently, "What happened, little one? Why are you crying?" The boy said with tears, "I came to collect firewood but lost my way. I can't find my home." The princess instructed her guards to search for the boy's home. She sat beside him and offered him water, saying, "Don't worry, I will take you home." Soon, the guards found the way. When they reached the boy's home, his mother fell at the princess's feet. But the princess immediately helped her up and said, "I am also someone's daughter. It is a daughter's duty to care for every." Tears of gratitude filled the mother's eyes. One evening, the palace minister whispered something unusual to the king. "Your Majesty, there is news that the witch of the northern mountains has returned. She claims that the Gold Hair Princess's shining hair holds power, and she wants to capture her." The king became worried. He increased the security of the palace and ordered the princess not to go outside. But the princess cared deeply for her people. One cold night, someone knocked on the palace gate. An old woman stood there asking for food. It was freezing. The princess knew she wasn't allowed near the gate, but she couldn't leave the woman alone in the cold. She wrapped herself in a shawl, stepped outside, gave the woman food, water, and her warm shawl. The princess didn't know. The old woman was actually the terrifying witch in disguise. The witch laughed and said, "I knew you would come. I want your golden hair, the hair filled with light and love." The princess stepped back and replied boldly, "My strength does not lie in my hair. It lies in my heart. Kindness cannot be captured." The witch raised her hands to cast a spell, but suddenly the same little deer appeared, the one the princess once helped. Along with him, many animals from the forest gathered and attacked the witch. The witch screamed and disappeared into smoke using her magic. The princess was stunned. The animals surrounded her like loyal protectors. The princess gently placed her hand on the deer's head and asked, "Why did you all help me?" The deer bowed as if saying, "Kindness is never wasted. It always returns." The next morning, the king learned everything. At first, he was angry that the princess stepped outside the palace. But when he heard that the animals of the entire forest came to protect her, tears of pride filled his eyes. The king announced, "From this day onward, the gold hair princess will be known as the Princess of Love in our kingdom. She has proven that a kind heart is the greatest power of all." Everyone clapped, children sang songs, and a grand celebration was held in the palace. The princess went to everyone with a warm smile and said, "If you keep love in your heart, the world will always return love to you." This story teaches us that kindness is never wasted. Caring for animals and the weak is the most beautiful form of humanity.